Hello once again, Star Wars and Unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba. I hope you enjoyed last week's episode, or the last episode. I always say that. Why do I say that? But more importantly, just a reminder, check out all my merch on TeePublic. In the show notes, go to the storefront. Everything's listed there. You don't even have to search. You can find everything that we have there. Check out the Darth Tuba logos. Check out the box sketches, which are amazing, done by my daughter Karina. And by the way, my daughter Karina is no baby, okay? She's a 20-something-year-old artist that's really got some great ability. She's a published author. She's a published illustrator, that is. And I am really excited to see if she can get some drum up some business with this. So by all means, go check out. And by the way, reach out to her if you need to directly. You can see her address at the end of the show notes. You can reach out to her for some commission work. Okay, so both Star Wars and anything else. All right, get into our unboxing today. We're gonna keep things a little simple, all right? Real simple. Got a shipment today, just the other day. Gamestop, okay? Gamestop, the one area that is still doing exclusives that I can actually somehow get most of the time. All right, but let's see what we got here. One of the things I've been doing, and this is something, I don't know how all of you have been doing, but I'm having trouble keeping track of things that I order online. Like in the old days, you go to a store, you go to this store, you go to that store, you get that store, you get the stuff instantly. It's in your bag. You take it back into your house. You set it all up, and you can see what you have. But when you order stuff, sometimes you're getting, and more importantly, when you pre-order stuff, you can lose track. And I've done that. I've had a few situations where I pre-ordered something at Target or Walmart.com, and then I go into a Target and go into a Walmart months later, and I find something, oh, that's new, I don't have that. Pick it up, take it, and then all of a sudden, a week or two goes by, and a package comes in the mail, and it's something I already have. In fact, there have been episodes that I've already done, that I've actually unboxed something twice. So, it can be very confusing. So one of the things that I started doing, and this is just a suggestion. Now, mind you, I do a lot of stuff on my phone. Okay, I have a computer, yes, but I do a lot of my stuff on my phone. And as a result, I try to keep stuff kind of at the ready in hand so that I can just look at it on my phone. So I utilize my notes feature. And I started doing things where every time I make a purchase, a pre-order, what have you, on my phone, I take a screenshot of the final or thank you for your order, and I take a screenshot of that, because generally a lot of places will show you either listing what you ordered, or they'll actually put pictures. And I actually copy that and put it in the notes, and I have a kind of a recent online orders note title. And then I go through it, and then, it's like, you just keep scrolling down. And then once something comes in the mail, I go back in there and I delete the picture once everything in that picture has come in the mail. So, it's a pretty good suggestion. Take it or leave it. I mean, I'm sure some people go much more organized than that and doing it on a computer with lists and spreadsheets and everything else like that. I've been there. I've done that. I'm not doing that anymore. I try to make things as simple as I can because, life is complicated enough. But that's just me. You do you. So whatever you need to do. So let's see what we got here. All right. We got something that's blue. Very blue. Ooh, that's right. Okay. Gaming Greats. The Force Unleashed Stormtrooper Commander. Okay. So just make sure there's nothing else here. No, there is not. This is good. And we are done with that. All right, so this is a pretty cool thing. Now, just to give you a little background here, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed follows Darth Vader's secret apprentice trained to hunt down and destroy Jedi, while Stormtrooper commanders lead Imperial troops into battle. Okay, so for those who don't remember, The Force Unleashed, a very cool game, came out about 10 years ago, I would say, I think around 2010. And it was a game where you were dealing with kind of like the aftermath of episode 3. Okay, remember, no sequel trilogy. Disney didn't buy Lucasfilm yet. So all we had was those 6 movies and the Clone Wars cartoon. So at this point, they kind of Lucasfilm created this story where Vader had another apprentice. Vader, not Anakin. Vader had an apprentice, and this apprentice was a Jedi and was a fallen Jedi and was very powerful. I mean, I remember seeing a trailer where he actually, with the Force, took down a Star Destroyer. So you can imagine, we had never, up until that point, we had never seen someone that powerful before. So it was an interesting game and interesting fun. Now, I'm not a gamer, but I did play that game. I bought that game. I played it, beginning to the end. I mean, obviously, I wasn't like that good, so I kept it on novice. But I did play through the entire game so I could follow through on the story. It was a pretty cool story. Had really cool characters in it. I remember there was Proxy, the droid that was like the apprentice's droid, and every now and then it would like it reminded me of like the Pink Panther when Inspector Clouseau always asked his assistant Kato to always try to to attack him, so he'd be ready at a moment's notice. That was kind of a comical thing, but in some ways Proxy was like that. And it was a whole media campaign. It was comic books and a novel and stuff, so it was pretty cool. It's fun. I actually have been playing it in quarantine. I've been replaying some old games, and that's one of them, so it's kind of fun to look back on that. Obviously the technology has improved greatly, and I know from gaming, I don't really game anymore. I know people have been telling me, oh, you got to play Battlefront, and they're talking about the old Battlefront, but then other people are saying you got to play the new Battlefront, you got to play Jedi Fallen Order. Right now I don't even have a game system that does that, so it's not going to happen anytime soon, I don't think. But I did enjoy this game for what it was, and the characters in it were really cool. So obviously this is a Black Series Stormtrooper figure. Obviously, when there's an exclusive, it's generally based on another mold, and they just kind of give it a different paint scheme. So that's a cool thing. The box is pretty much your standard box with the kind of like grayed out art, illustration of the character, and sometimes there's numbers on the side. This looks like it's just gaming greats, and it does say 2019, so it's fairly recent. I know that they're changing over the box art. I am not a bot when it comes to Black Series. I do not even keep the boxes. The only reason I'll keep a box is if they have multiple hands or multiple heads or something. I will keep a box for that. Okay, and just so you know, Lucasfilm did kind of blow up the expanded universe, which again, I've said this before, good move. I love the expanded universe. I love that it exists. It now just exists in a legendary format. It's still there in Legend. Okay, and that way those stories exist, so to speak, but you can create new stories and utilize some of those characters, if not all of those characters, and all your original characters, and it doesn't have to stick to the same thing. And yes, people like to argue that what Lucasfilm is coming up with now is not as good as what the expanded universe is. Well, that's a matter of opinion. I personally would rather have more Star Wars and not be and more new Star Wars and not be kind of pigeonholed or painted into a corner with what we can do. But thanks to things like gaming, we can have the best of both worlds. So I'm all for that. All right, so let's get this guy out of this box. And it looks like he's got multiple weapons, but I will try to get him displayed holding everything. I'll put this one up on my thing here so we can get a good look at it. Ah, yes. So sorry for the sound. So similarly to other Stormtrooper figures, this baby has a holster, so I can holster his standard weapon, and then that gives him the ability to hold his. Get in there, by my friend. All right, to hold his more threatening weapon. Now, let's see if I can get the other hands to hold it. Come on there, buddy. Yeah, the only thing is that these fingers are really, really, really hard to bend. There it is. All right. Came back out. That's what I want. All right. Get in there. But all right. He doesn't want to do that, so I'll just have him holding the gun. I appreciate that Hasbro gives him a lot of flexibility when it comes to that, but sometimes it can be a little annoying. All right, there it is. All right, so now he didn't come with any kind of stand or anything, but generally speaking, these Black Series figures are really good. Get it back there. They're really good for being able to stand on their own because they have the ability to work the ankles. Okay, so you can kind of lean it forward, lean it back. If there's a little bit of weight on the back, if it's got a backpack or something. This one's pretty straightforward, so it works out. It's got a really cool paint scheme. It's got the blue on the center, kind of painted out, a little bit of like a thing on the front. And again, believe me, you're better off seeing the hat. You do not want to see what it looks like without the hat. But it's got paint scheme on the entire, like down his right side. That's really cool. I think it's a cool thing. It's a cool thing to see with the Black Series figures with the Stormtroopers and see them do some different stuff. It's a great trooper sculpt, and the weapon is awesome. Great that he has 2 different types of weapons, so you can do different things with it. And the Black Series, fully posable. You can put them standing, sitting, kneeling, genuflecting, whatever you need them to do. I'm sure it'd be cool if we got a few of these, okay, to make up a nice diorama. I generally display my figures just kind of all together, and again, for the purposes of having a gaming grate, I think it's kind of cool to release a few figures here and there. So, A++ on the figure. Thank you, GameStop. I know that GameStop is closing stores here and there. I don't know if they fully are closing everything. I certainly hope that my local store can stay open, because I've gone in there from time to time and I've seen some great Star Wars collectability things. There's some awesome things there, and they still do some exclusive figures. So that's really great. And some of them are repacks, but repaints, but some of them are pretty rare stuff. So keep your eyes open, and if you see one that's on sale at GameStop.com, make the purchase. There's not as many people jumping on those things as there are other things, so you might get lucky with that. So that'll do it for this little bit shorter episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Check out all my merch, folks. Go to the Darth Tuba storefront. The link you can paste right from the browser from the show notes. In all the descriptions of all the videos. Moving forward. Check out the art. Check out the different things. And there's new images and new ideas, new things getting put up there daily. And again, when it comes to the Star Wars box art, if that might be a limited time. I'm not sure how long that's going to last. I'm also looking into getting an Etsy store started for things like buttons and pins and stickers and things like that. But for the moment, TeePublic is where to go. So thank you so much for watching. Until next time, may the Force be with you.